Alright, we're off on another MXstore adventure. We're off across the country with Jemma Wilson and her dad. So Jemma Wilson and her dad Ted have been planning this trip since 2020 as a way to see Australia through their shared love of two wheels. The 10,000 kilometre adventure across Australia and back again completely unassisted, starting from their hometown in Gympie on the Sunshine Coast in Queensland, all the way across to Broome via Ted's hometown in Blackall and Urraca, along the French line through the Simpson Desert, stopping off at Alice Springs for a tyre change and some bike maintenance, and then we continue on through the McDonnell Ranges and the Tanami Desert, and then on to the halfway point in Broome. That's where I fly home, and Jemma's husband John will finish the return journey all the way back to Gympie. To make this trip happen, we've partnered up with a couple of sponsors. They happen to look after Jemma Wilson as well, starting off with Troy Lee Designs. They've given us an SE5 helmet each, along with Troy Lee Designs Scout off-road and enduro gear, and Former boots. Keeping our navigation on point, we've got a Garmin GPS and the communication between us using a Sena mesh network system. Being a fully unsupported ride, it means we need to carry everything on the bikes or on our back. We've got Outback hydration packs as well as Outback hip haulers, so we've got easy access to food, hydration, and some small tools. And on the bike, we have an assortment of SW Motec tank and tail bags. Keeping in mind, we have to carry all our fuel and water through the Simpson Desert. We have giant loop cactus canteens and liquid power reservoirs. We've also shipped off some tyres and oils to Alice Springs and Broome so we can do some maintenance along the way.
Okay, so this has been the packing room for the past couple of weeks. We've got tools, spares, food, and cooker stuff packed here. We have extra selection of food. Snacks, which I'm yet to pack. Oh guys, goodness. Camp bag with everything that I will have each night at camp. And then this bag is actually purely empty water bags and fuel bags because we're unsupported. So Outback bum bag, packed and ready to go. Outback camelback behind me, and then everything that I will wear tomorrow. And so that's the laundry, the packing room.
So we've broken free from the east coast of Australia, where we've left Gympie this morning and we're heading to Broome. So this is epic. We're lucky beneficiaries of being in the right spot at the right time when Jemma was asking for someone to do the first leg of this trip for her husband who couldn't take a full month off work, which is understandable. But if you don't know who Jemma is, she's an absolute legend in the off-road world. She's won multiple Australian championships, international 6-day enduros, enduro GPs. She's done it all. And since retiring, she's taken it upon herself to further women's riding and coaching women, making it safer, more accessible. Which is exactly what we're about at MXstore. So what more is there to say about Jemma other than where are we going, mate?
We are going on quite the journey. So like you said, we left Gympie this morning. We are going to do about 10,000 kilometres over just shy of a month out to Broome in Western Australia via the Simpson Desert and Alice Springs and the Tanami, and then on the way home spending a good few days in the Kimberleys, and then back across the top of Australia and down through central Queensland, which is going to be absolutely spectacular. And I have just been trying to get to today when we finally got to leave.
So tell us a bit more about your dad and you riding together. Obviously he got you started. What do we know about Ted?
Yeah, so my dad is just an adventurous dude. He always, tries to find things that will make life that little bit more fun. And he rode around Australia in his 20s by himself on a BMW. And so this is just something that we've talked about for a long time. And long story short, we have actually tried to do it before, but COVID sort of stopped that. And so yeah, here we are. He said, if you don't come with me, I'm going on my own. And I definitely didn't want to let him go on his own. I wanted to be a part of it for sure. So for me, it's just about having those experiences and those adventurous, sometimes challenging, sometimes it doesn't go the way that you plan experiences. You never talk about the days that went perfect. You always talk about the things that didn't quite go to plan, and I think that adventure riding is filled with that. And I have so many awesome memories of little blacks with Dad. So from learning to ride, you know, to racing, him driving me around Australia to race bikes, and now it's big black stuff. We get to have these epic journeys together, which is so cool.
Alright, well this is a good way to finish the day off. We got a little dirt road that we found heading into town, so better than finishing the day off on some bitumen, that's good.
Alrighty. Now it really is the last bit of light. We've got 4.2 k's maybe left of dirt, and I'm scared to look down because there's so many kangaroos, but 6 minutes till we get to the Injune Caravan Park. It has been nerve-wracking with the wallabies. Lucky I only hit a little one, and I just hope that Dad and Guy have come out unscathed as well. It is day 2. We have woken up, packed up all of our tents. It took a very long time. Dad's not super impressed, but to be fair, he stayed in a room. We are heading to Blackall today from Injune. Blackall is where my dad spent his teenage years, high school years. And we're just going to camp again tonight. We do have a bit of a stretch this morning, so with no fuel. So I have 22 litres of fuel on my bag. Guys left already to go get some water, and we're heading off for day 2.
So we're heading to Ted's hometown where he grew up and he worked on a farm at Blackall. So hopefully we don't get there too late, but he's found all the back roads there so we can stay off this bitumen as much as possible.
Alright, so first Norden drop of the trip.
Oh, what's happened here? Well, I thought I had baggage dramas, but you seem to have a bit more.
You do have your Leaning Tower of Pisa again. Alright, ready, set,
1, 2, 3.
go.
Oh, that was easy with 3.
Yes.
Right, yes. Wow.
Sweet like wine, got honey on her tongue. One hand on a bottle, she got one hand on a gun. She squeezed that
First bit of dirt for the day. Some nice red dirt. We're out the back of Injune. We just had a fun bitumen morning. Bitumen nonetheless. But it's nice to burn through some K's early. Hoping that we get into camp early enough to dry out our tents. It's a nice red dirt. We haven't really ridden anything like that yet. So yeah, that was fun. Very bull dusty, soft. Hi. That was cool.
Driving from Injune to Blackall is 550 kilometres. Fuel range is about 250 kilometres on the 701, which means the fuel bladders are an absolute necessity.
Look at that.
We lost it. We lost what? What do you mean? We lost Ted.
We lost Ted.
Yeah. Teddy too far's gone too far. No, it was easy to miss this road because the road sign's pointing off into the bushes and it kind of looks like a driveway. So hoping that Dad just comes back. Yeah, but there's no signal, so I can't even call him.
So we're going that
We're
direction,
going that direction.
For 19 kilometres,
and then it's lunch.
It's lunch.
hopefully. We lost Dad. I assumed he went straight because there was no tyre marks turning right where we were supposed to. But there are no tyre marks, I don't think, on this road either. But we've made a decision now, so stick to it. We're just going to keep coming this way, and then it'll get to the highway and we'll just boost up the highway. And either Dad's came this way and we'll see him at the highway intersection. But, so I'm thinking he turned off, and we just didn't see his. Alright, now look out for traffic. Very busy.
So we're just rolling into Tambo. We got separated from Ted. Ted had a big crash by the sounds of it, and yeah, we're just gonna try and find some food and meet up with him and see if he's okay.
I'm good.
What happened?
Oh, bloody truck. I was a bit of a dickhead trying to get around him. Had to miss that.
Well, the situation is Dad only has one foot peg, and he's quite an experienced rider, but I don't know if that's fun for anyone. So we're just trying to either fix his foot peg, because that could happen like this afternoon, or get a foot peg from MXstore. We know some people, so we've called ahead to see how quickly we could get it to different places. Dad reckons he could ride to Birdsville with one foot peg, so that's an option. But yeah, best option is to try to get it fixed, so we'll see how we go.
Knock something up with some zip ties and maybe a branch or something.
You know, that's 6 days and I never had to fix a single thing. The one DNF that I had, I snapped my chain and I didn't fix it. I DNF'd. So so no, I'm not an ISE wizard in that way.
Alright, so what? Give us a rundown. How did this schmozzle happen?
I was being a clown. So I was doing roadwork, so there was like B doubles, big trucks, two trailers, gravel, following one full of dust, and this other guy come past real slow. Like he slowed right down. I thought, oh yeah, okay, he's going to let me pass. But then no, there's another truck come past. I give him a big wave. I thought he'll tell him on the radio. So comes up and goes around this corner and come to a grid, and he slows right down and all the dust dropped, and he could see me, I'm sure. And I could see him and I could see a clear road. So I went, oh, this is me chance. He's only going slow. And as he took off, a big dust cloud again, and then out of the dust cloud was the back of his truck. So, before I went under his truck.
And no foot peg, just go for it.
Yeah.
But you were okay.
Just tiny bits all there.
That's the main thing. So what have we done?
So Dad is currently working on getting it welded. He's got the foot peg as well as the bit that broke off, but the welder is on lunch, so he's going to go get some fuel while he's waiting. And then we have also ordered a new set of foot pegs off MXstore and got them MX Express to Birdsville, to the post office. And so Dad's willing to ride 2 days potentially with no right-hand foot peg. We'll see how it goes, because that's adventure.
He's done it. He's found a place. We'll be back on the road in no time.
It doesn't have to be free in there because it can spin on the...
It's oblong a fair bit, but I've ground both of them down so it sits down and sits level.
Okay.
But yeah, she's worn out a bit, but anyway, we'll leave
Do your
that.
best, mate.
We'll leave that.
Alright, we'll leave Ted here to get that fixed up and see if we can head into Blackwall and get some accommodation. Reassess what we're doing from here on. This is Blackwall.
arrived about, 10 minutes behind us? So we left him in in Tambo, while we went to Blackall to get the foot peg fixed, and here he is. Look at that.
Snowing pivots, but who cares?
That's so cool.
So this is Blackall. Blackall's where Ted grew up as a young fella. Took us for a lap around town, showed us the house that he grew up in, even took us to where he used to work as a wool scourer at the edge of town. All right, so how many Ks have we got in the books for today?
So from here in Blackall, we're going to head out along the Barcoo River to Icisford, and we'll top up with fuel there. And then we will continue along the river to Uraka, which is a really small little town that Dad grew up in. And then for his teenage years, he moved into Blackall in his teenage years. And then we'll keep following the river all the way to Windora. Windora? We are going to Uraka, so where Dad spent his early years before he moved into Blackall. I've never been to Uraka, so I'm really looking forward to it. And last night I was actually thinking how cool it is to get Teddy's tours. And learn a bit more about my dad. It's really cool.
Oh, we're going up that thing.
So according to the maps, this is Mount Slocombe, and it looks really cool. I'm very excited we can ride up here. I've always pictured Uraka to be just in the middle of nowhere like Blackall. I mean, it is in the middle of nowhere, but it has
picturesque.
Yeah, it's not what I've pictured it when Dad has talked about Uraka, which is down there.
Well, not much going on in this town, is there?
This is a town that you wonder, like, what makes someone live here. Hey, so this is where you started school, Dad?
The Uraka Hotel.
We hadn't originally planned on going through Uraka or Ted's hometown, but all the flooding down south around Gympie meant we had to go a little bit further north.
So we've done this deviation further north, which turns out to be quite good because I'm going through the country where I was born and bred. To do it with Jemma it's really amazing. It's not something that comes around very often for people to be able to share a ride like this.
So this is it. This is where Ted lived.
So it looks like they still store some shit here, old shit. What do you reckon, Dad?
Yeah, this is from when I was 4 until I was 9. Sheep property, as you can see, abandoned. This isn't the original home when we lived in it. That was the original home behind it, and it had another bit in front.
Yeah, it's just interesting because I've obviously heard a lot about it over the years, and you have this image of what it is and like where Dad lived and where Nan and Pop lived and where, you know, uncles and aunties lived, and it's not it at all really.
Because there is nothing around for miles and miles and miles.
Yeah, like when I went to Blackall all those years ago for the first time, I thought, oh wow, this is where like Dad lived, there's nothing here. But Uraka is even less. You know, when I think of Dad being a kid out in the middle of nowhere, I still picture like a mod con house and stuff, like I always have. But of course, yeah, like he was born in 1960, so that's not the case.
Leaving Uraka, we still had about 200 kilometres to get to Windora. Without these fuel bladders, it's almost impossible to get around out here on motorcycles in remote parts of Australia.
Day 4, our latest start yet. It's 9 o'clock. We're having coffee at the Windora Outback shop. And yeah, we only have to go 335 k's to Birdsville, and the reason we're in no hurry is we're waiting for Dad's foot pegs to arrive. Fingers crossed today, otherwise we're spending the weekend in Birdsville. Windora on our way to Birdsville. Nice late start. We've let the temperature get up a bit, which is lovely. And yeah, it's just smooth sailing, straight sailing all the way to Birdsville, and we're just going to pull into Batuta to the pub in 215 kilometres. Part of me just wants to go and ride up that. Oh, people have driven up there, look. Emus! They're freaking huge too.
So, Batuta. I really had no idea this was an actual place. If anyone's familiar with the Batuta Advocate on Instagram and online, it's a satirical news website. Batuta's mostly an abandoned ghost town in the outback of Queensland on the Gympie Plain. It was established back in 1887. We're just grabbing a quick bite to eat and drink here before we get back on the road again. Try and beat Ted's foot pegs into Birdsville. But, yep, there you go. Batuta, not just a satirical website and Instagram account.
But 131 kilometres to Birdsville, 120 kilometres worth of fuel. So I'm going to slow down a little bit and see if I can go up in my fuel distance. Hopefully. Fingers crossed. I got this.
So as I said at the start, I'm only here for half the adventure. Getting off at Broome, I'm more or less a glorified Uber driver, MX expressing John's bike across to Broome so he can fly in and finish off the adventure. Just take a look at this bike, see what we're delivering.
So what we've got here is a Husqvarna 701 Enduro. It's pretty much the most enduro dirt bike-ish adventure bike that you're going to find out here. Although right now I'm thinking we might be cutting a little bit fine for fuel. The fuel tank's only 13.5 litres. There's not too much done to this bike other than some rally size foot pegs. That's pretty comfortable. We've even changed to some Midas Enduro Trail rally tyres just to suit the conditions out here. They didn't really suit the wet, muddy clay conditions back when we started, but that's all behind us now. So being self-sufficient out here, we've got some bags here from SW Motec. They've fixed us up with some luggage for the bikes. Up front we've got a tank bag. I have my drone and some easy access essentials, some snacks and my wallet. And then also a bit further up front we've got the SP Connect's wireless phone charger and mount. Really good to be able to connect to your phone and shuffle through some podcasts as you go. And then back here we have SW Motec saddlebag. So on top we've got a dry bag, 350 duffel, and on top of that we've got my camera bag. As you can see, it's a bit of a leaning tower of pizza situation, but it'll get us across Australia. But hopefully we've got enough fuel to get to Birdsville.
Can we just get more fuel next time?
What?
That was so stressful. I was on 10 k's of fuel with 12 k's to go. So yeah, we'll just get more fuel because it's better to have too much than not enough.
Yeah.
And hopefully guys are right, but he put a lot in his.
Ah, good.
I think.
Okay.
We'll guess we'll find out, won't we?
And we are out of fuel. Well, we're out of fuel.
We got fuel! crap, we're out.
And they didn't stop, so we'll see how we go, eh? Well, bit of an inconvenience. We didn't calculate that right, but I'm guessing Ted's got the same problem as well, and he's with Jemma, 30 k's from Birdsville. I'm at the Birdsville 29 kilometre sign.
Okay, amazing, cool. Well, I'm already like 6-7 k's out of town. So
Ah, perfect. See you soon.
We've got a couple rooms in Birdsville because Dad's foot pegs didn't arrive. We're here till at least Tuesday morning at this point. And more exciting news is that thinking that guy has run out of fuel. So he was always going to be a little bit behind us coming into Birdsville because he was going to do a little bit of filming and talking about John's bike. But it's been an extra 40 minutes at this point. So Dad was real close to running out of fuel. He did 51 kilometres on reserve. So I'm hoping that guy's, 10, 20 k's max out of town. So I have filled up our giant loop armadillo bladder, and I am gonna go and rescue Guy.
One eternity later.
So I ran out of fuel. Did Ted?
No, but he has a bigger tank. But he was on reserve for 51 k.
Do you want me to fill her up? Alright, that was a mildly entertaining finish to the day.
Yeah, I'm glad it happened here though, not in the middle of the Simpson Desert.
Alright, well we learned a few things. So we've just got to make sure we've just got to see when Ted's foot pegs come in.
Yeah, so we looked already, and the post doesn't come until Monday afternoon. So we've actually already booked a room too, I forgot to tell you. So we're just down here and we're here until at least Tuesday morning.
Hopefully my drone parts come in as well.
Yeah, so all the locals know that post doesn't come on a Friday, it only comes on a Monday and a Thursday, and we definitely missed Thursday's drop, so yeah. So hopefully Monday, if not Thursday, we could be in Birdsville for a long time.
We get comfortable in Birdsville Caravan Park. Perfect.
Yeah. Yeah, so we're just around here, and Dad has probably already showered and unpacked and is having a nap. But yep, there we go.
Nothing on his bike. Alright. Thanks for coming to save me. What have you learnt?
We've learnt that 7 litres of water per person per day, not 10 as we previously had read. Also learnt that travelling west to east is easiest.
We're stuck here because I broke some peg off the other day. And I've had a temp. Hey? Got a spare peg. Did you hear that?
I heard that.
Yes?
Yeah, I broke one of mine. Rescued another 701 rider, mate.
Oh, very good. Very good.
He's got some foot pegs, but he can have mine. I'll keep the new ones. I just put some new ones on mine.
Yeah, righto.
So I busted one on the canning.
And
I had a spare set with me.
because I busted one yesterday, the day before.
Wow, okay, that's worked out well.
Riding it a welded one, but I'm not sure it's going to last.
And
across the
don't
day.
back on the, when did you order them?
On Wednesday, were we in Broome Wednesday?
Tambo on Wednesday.
Yeah, they might get him Monday, but the trouble is they don't. It's
Yeah.
Thursday.
Yeah.
Well,
We just started chatting about bikes, and it turns out that
I'm a KTM 90 man, and so these boys here are running copies of that called a 701 Husky, which they always seem to break down and need my help. So I'm going to take them off and get the 701 team back on the road again, and whenever these ones turn up in the mail, unless he's got a customised 701, they'll fit the old 690 hand in glove. But it's perfect for holding all of our gear. All my gear, and he's a great bloke, and I've got.
I have the maps. They're the same brand. They might even be the same foot pegs. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
What have we got here, mate?
We have got our on the road pegs again.
Is that what you're looking for?
This is exactly what we were thinking.
Yeah, that is 100 times better than everything I had. So what do I need to pay for that?
Do you have a race number 2 to put on?
Oh, I'm retired.
Doesn't matter.
I bought this bike. Yeah. Rang up on Mike Stars. Rocked up to his place. Walked in. First thing I seen was Jaggy Sickman throwing his front guard.
That's epic.
Dirt bike people are so great because it doesn't matter where you're from, what you do, you know, anything else. It's just if you ride dirt bikes, you're automatically friends. And I found that, you know, racing world championships around the world, didn't matter what country you're in, what language you spoke. If you were all enduro riders or moto riders, then you instantly had something in common and you had that connection. And so, yeah, we just didn't expect. We didn't go to do the coffee shop this morning expecting anything to change for us. We were here until Tuesday morning, and then, you know, half an hour later, Dad has a foot peg.
Held up for the 2 days we rode with it, is it? Yeah, 2 days. So I'll keep it as a spare. Yeah, job done.
What's this?
That is 67 extra litres of fuel to get us across the Simpson.
So as luck would have it, we're back on the road earlier than expected. We got some new foot pegs for Ted, and we're into the Simpson Desert as we continue to make our way west.
You are kidding me.